Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into a topic that literally shapes the Philippines, the massive Philippine fault system. Have you ever wondered why the Philippines experiences so many earthquakes? Well, a big part of the answer lies beneath our feet, and we're about to uncover its secrets. First off, what exactly is the Philippine fault system? Imagine a massive crack in the Earth's crust that runs almost the entire length of the country. We're talking about a 200-kilometer-long scar stretching from Luzon all the way down to Mindanao. This isn't just one single line, it's a complex network of related faults. It's what geologists call a left lateral strike slip fault. Now that sounds technical, but it's simple to visualize. Picture two massive blocks of land grinding past each other horizontally. The block on the opposite side of the fault from you is moving to the left. This constant, slow-motion grinding is what builds up immense pressure, and when that pressure is suddenly released, we get an earthquake. The reason this fault exists is because of the Philippines' unique position. We're squeezed between two major tectonic plates, the Philippine Sea Plate to the east and the Eurasian Plate to the west. The Philippine Sea Plate is pushing westward, sliding beneath the Eurasian Plate at a rate of several centimeters per year. This intense tectonic squeezing match created the Philippine archipelago itself, and it's the driving force behind the Philippine fault system. Think of it as the country's main geological backbone, a feature that is both creative and destructive. Now, let's travel back in time to understand the real-world impact of this fault system. History gives us a sobering perspective. One of the most significant events linked to this system was the 1990 Luzon earthquake. With a magnitude of 7.8, this quake was devastating. The epicenter was near the town of Rizal, Nueva Ecija, and the ground shaking ruptured a 125-kilometer segment of the fault. The cities of Baguio, Dagupan, and Cabanatuan suffered immense damage. Buildings collapsed, landslides buried roads and homes, and tragically, over 1,600 lives were lost. The images from that time are a powerful reminder of the fault's destructive capability. The event was a wake-up call for the entire nation, highlighting the urgent need for better earthquake preparedness and stricter building codes. But the 1990 earthquake isn't an isolated incident. The fault has a long history of activity. Let's look at another major event, the 1897 Mindanao earthquake. While historical records from that era are less detailed, scientific studies estimate its magnitude to be around 8.7. This colossal quake generated a destructive tsunami that ravaged coastal communities in the southern Philippines. It's a stark illustration that the fault's danger isn't just from shaking ground. The secondary effects, like tsunamis and landslides, can be just as deadly, especially for an archipelagic nation like ours. The fault is not a single, continuous line, but is broken into several segments, and each segment has its own personality, so to speak. For example, the central part of the fault, running through the Masbate and Leyte regions, is known for its frequent activity. In 2003, a magnitude 6.2 earthquake struck Masbate, causing significant damage. More recently, in 2017, a magnitude 6.5 earthquake hit Ormoc in Leyte, triggered by movement on this part of the fault. This event caused power outages across several islands and reminded everyone that even a moderate earthquake can have a major impact on our infrastructure and daily lives. Moving further north, the Guinyangan Fault, a segment in Quezon Province, is another area of concern for seismologists. It runs through a densely populated region and has the potential to generate a powerful earthquake that could affect Metro Manila, even though the capital itself is not directly on the main fault line. The proximity of these active segments to major urban centers is a key reason why understanding the fault system is so critical for disaster risk management. So, the big question is, when will the big one happen? Scientists are constantly studying the fault, using GPS to measure ground movement and analyzing its history to forecast future behavior. They talk about recurrence intervals, which is the average time between major earthquakes on a specific fault segment. Some segments might rupture every few hundred years. While they can't predict the exact date and time, the science is clear. The fault is active, stress is continuously building up, and major earthquakes are an inevitable part of our country's future. It's not a matter of if, but when and where. This isn't meant to scare you, but to empower you. Knowledge is our best defense. Living on an active fault line means preparedness is not just a suggestion, it's a responsibility. What can we do? First, be informed. Know if your home or workplace is near an active fault. You can check resources from the Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology, or PHIVOLCAS, which has detailed fault maps. Second, prepare your home. Secure heavy furniture to walls. Have a go bag with essential supplies like water, food, a first aid kit, and a flashlight. Finally, practice what to do during an earthquake. Duck, cover, and hold. Have a family emergency plan so you know how to contact each other if you get separated. The Philippine fault system is a fundamental part of our natural world. It built our beautiful mountains and islands, but it also poses a significant threat. By understanding its science, respecting its power, and preparing for its movements, we can learn to live more safely with this giant that sleeps beneath our land. We can't stop the ground from shaking, but we can definitely reduce the damage and save lives through preparation and education. That's all for our deep dive today. I hope this gave you a clearer picture of the incredible geological forces shaping our country. What are your thoughts or personal experiences with earthquakes in the Philippines? Share them in the comments below. I'd love to read them. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this video informative, please hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe and ring the notification bell so you won't miss our future explorations. Stay safe, stay prepared, and see you in the next video.